When I was young, I didn't have the best discipline next to the pitch. If you have a big injury, you see, okay, if I'm not able to play, nobody can see me, I cannot improve, I cannot grow. But it was also the coach who was not pushing me like I needed to in this time. So I didn't have the best relationship with this coach. And in the end, football is a game. You play together, you work together. So you cannot do your own thing all the time, even if it's right. Sometimes you have to do things what are wrong for you, but in the end, it will push you in the starting 11, and then you can show your quality.
What type of trouble were you getting into? Why did you think that was happening? Like, if you could, get into a little bit of that, that would be great.
Yes, for sure. So I'm not here to talk about anything else. I will just say the truth. Also about mistakes I made. So I was always a guy who has his own head, and I was not scared to tell everyone. Many times I tell too much, what is not the smartest way, because then in the end you are not able to win if you tell everything you think about. That's also for me one of the biggest things I needed to learn when I become like out of the youth, because in the youth everything is a bit easier because you just have other players in your own age, and if you become older, it's much more difficult, and if you make too much, not trouble, if you say too much things what is not necessary for the team or for the coach, it's not the smartest and the best way. So that was a big thing I needed to learn, and this was also in the youth one of my biggest mistakes. But in the youth it's not a problem, because I was always a good player in the youth. I played like, I don't know how to say in English. If you are like the best teams of the area of Germany,
What is it? What is it in Deutsch? What is it?
Auswahl,
One more
Auswahl,
time.
the best players of
Auswahl,
the
yeah.
Auswahl,
Yes,
Auswahl,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
like
yes.
yeah,
Like the selection
yeah,
of the best players.
this, like
Yeah.
this, yeah. So, um, yeah. But in the end, I was not a player for the national team of Germany in the youth. Also like this, because I also went out of the selection, because me and some friends did some mistakes as well.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
to say? Yeah,
yeah.
we didn't have. When I was young, I didn't have the best discipline next to the pitch. On the pitch, it was always like I want to win. I will do everything for the win. But next to the pitch, I was not the smartest guy. Yeah,
What
and in the
position did
end,
you play in the youth?
in the youth, most of the time I play like number 10 or winger,
Okay, okay.
and yeah,
What are you playing right
um,
now in Turkey?
just winger,
Winger. Okay.
left and right wing. I also played in some clubs. I played like striker, but I'm not a typical striker. It was always like one big guy need to be next to me.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So yeah, but in the U18, I went to the pre-selection of the U18 national team of Germany,
Wow.
and then I get the first injury, ACL, after the last training before we go to make some national games. I get a knee injury on my right knee, so I was out for 6 months. Um, so I was 16 years old, first time out for 6 months. And then you start to learn as well about everything in football. It can go really quick.
Yeah.
If you have a big injury, you see, okay, if I'm not able to play, nobody can see me, I cannot improve, I cannot grow. Yeah, this was the first big negative moment in my football career, I would say. Um, but also after it went pretty good. After 5 months, I was able to train again. And the second, it was the last year of my academy time. I was scoring many goals, and was the best scorer in the league. So it was also for me a pretty good season. But after the season, I didn't get pro. So it was like, okay, for sure I will become pro, but I didn't get pro. Let's don't talk about mistakes of decisions and agents and stuff like this, because you never know
Yeah.
what is the right way.
Yeah.
After career, you can always say, yeah, I should do this, I
Yeah.
should go
Exactly.
to another club, but you never know. So I stay in the same club, my academy club, and went to the U23 when I was yeah, 16, 17, 18, I started playing or training with the professionals, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't play. I didn't play, so I go to the second team. But the first year of yeah, how you say, it was not professional, but like after coming open class, let's talk open, let's say open
Mm-hmm.
class.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was really bad, so I was just 10 times I was in the squad.
Mm-hmm.
10 or 15 times like this I was in the squad. I just played one time starting 11, and this was for me a really bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
And if you all the time in the youth, you think like you are a big player, you
Yeah.
become pro for sure, and you
Mm-hmm.
are you are a top scorer and everything, and then you go to open class, and it was just fourth division, and you don't play. It's
Mm-hmm.
not the easiest time for your head as well, what I think is the most important. Yeah, I think many young players will feel it, because many young players think, I'm really good in the academy. For sure, I will be a professional.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to the open class, also like fourth division in Germany or third division, now I can say it's not the biggest quality or the biggest league, but as a young player, it's not easy to perform there as well. This everyone will see. Okay, we need to put him up in first or second division. It's not
Mm-hmm.
easy like this for some players, of course, because they have really big talent and everything is working fine. The coach like you and put you in starting 11 and everyone can see it. But it's not always like this. And I have also many friends with the same problem. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
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 what do you think was, so sorry to interrupt. What do you
yeah.
think was holding you back? What do you think held you back from performing and transitioning into the adult game? Like, what would you wish someone older or a mentor told you at that age to help you transition into the men's game?
I think it still was my head for sure, because we had a coach. He got this own idea of football, and you have to play like this. And when I was younger, I was like making many skills, not playing easy all the time. And for me, still now, I'm saying I was the best player in the team, but I was not playing. So other players who are not good like were not good like me were playing and get to the next step, get up after the season. They get up to third division or play in the first team, but it
Yeah.
wasn't me.
Yeah.
So now after it's now 12 years ago, I can say for sure it was my head, but it was also the coach who was not pushing me like I needed to in this time. So I didn't have the best relationship with this coach, but it was also me who was not the easiest guy, because when he said you have to do like this, I said no. Uh, I like to do it like this or like
Yeah.
that. And when I was successful, I was in training. I said like, you can see it's working, but in the end, at the weekend, I didn't play. So
Mm.
yeah, I think for me most important is you have to know how the coach is. You have to know which person you are training, playing, working. um, and in the end, football is a game you play together, you work together. So you cannot do your own thing all the time, even if it's right. Sometimes you have to do things what are wrong for you, but in the end, it will push you in the starting 11, and then you can show your quality.